Welcome back to another viewing of the skies with myself and my interpretation. Now, when I say my interpretation, you know, there's so many out there. People running around thinking there's sun simulators and lenses and whatever else they're trying to push off as what they seem to understand as what they're seeing. I'll just stick with the easy and the simple. Round, large shadows in the sky with an easy interpretation of that planets. Okay. Because that's all we're really looking at here are the shadows, the areas of the sky that are not being illuminated by the sun when they're right next to it. Clouds that just drift off into a dark area and they're no longer illuminated, some of which we'll see in this video. So sit back, relax, and I'll try to explain this as much as I can here. First off, on this one here in Veracruz, Mexico, as we see the sun come up, I'm just going to pause it right there. These darker areas back in here, this blurry dark stuff, if you notice, our clouds are, the little tiny ones going by. As you can see, in the background, they're not moving at all. Not at all. Now, as the sun comes up, you'll notice it gets really wide. Lots of reflection going on there, blocking of light. See how the light's not extending past this area? Now, as the sun begins to come up, you can see all our little clouds going by. You'll see the light is still being blocked from expanding outwards. As soon as the sun comes up, it will cover the whole sky because it'll be the brightest, lowest thing in the sky. But as it climbs up, you'll notice that these areas here on the side will not illuminate. And that is because the light is being blocked by the planets that are in the sky. Now right here, you can see something. So the light reaches out and around whatever it's being blocked by from here. It's also stopping here. And as you can see, it's still not passing this area. So we're probably getting something here, 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 and up here. See that? That is pinch. And as, like I said, this area over here is remaining darker, as is this area over here. And as the sun comes up in between this pinch, it will start to square off like that. And you can see there's something down here, and there's, like I said, something over here. So we got here, 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 and a bigger one here. Not to mention this one, but that one's going to disappear as soon as the sun dips back behind these planets. See the pinch? Now we know that's a pinch because the clouds that are going by stop illuminating as soon as the sun is high enough. See how it's blocking the light here? Blocking the light here? This is that pinch I was talking about. See how it's getting darker as the sun goes up? Alright, let's check our theory in a different location. As the sun comes up, you can see It's getting pretty bright up in here. Clouds aren't even illuminated yet, but behind the clouds is really, really bright. That is because there's something else in the sky, not clouds. And as the sun comes up, you'll see the side of the not clouds illuminate. See that? And we got something going on down here. So we got the one on the side and the other one on the side here. This is the darker side of the planet. It's not being illuminated yet. And as the sun comes up, that area will get darker because it'll no longer be the brightest area in the sky. See how it's getting darker over there? And you can see the pinch already becoming evident. And there's the sun. And the camera function that blocks the brightest point of the sky here. Now, as you can see, the light is breaking around this area, just like in the other location. So we have something here, we have something up here, and something down over here. The light is breaking around something. You see that? Now, these sun dogs, as some people like to call them, they're just answering what I already know, that there is something around here, because the light is breaking past it, and that's as far as it's going. And as you can see, the light is still being blocked over here quite a bit. This is not from a cloud. Now, the sun is high enough that all of this over here should be illuminated pretty well, and as you can see, it's not. See, still being blocked. And as the sun goes up, it only seems to get darker past the sundog. And as you can see, it's not getting any light, even though the sun is high in the sky. See, illuminating, not illuminating. Illuminating, not illuminating. Very easy to see. Let's check the next location. All right, first off, we can see that the sunshine, as the sun starts to come up, it's still below the horizon, is being blocked and going sideways, really, really wide sideways. And this area up here is all lit up in blue, and when the sun comes up, it'll get darker over there, as it has been in just about every location we've seen. See how all the light's being contained in this little area? Now you would think as the sun comes up, that would change. But almost immediately, we see that something is cutting it off here and over here. Just like in the last two locations. And as the sun comes up, we get the same pinch. We got something blocking here. We got another something blocking up here, as you can tell by the cutoff flares, the long straight ray looking flares, and everything over here is dark as usual when something is blocking the sun's light from reaching there. Now, there's some more sundogs. Imagine that. And as you can see, the clouds aren't really that thick, and they're pretty thin and not receiving much light hardly anywhere. And on to the next location. Now, I like this webcam because the sun rises off camera, completely left of the frame itself. And as the light comes up, as the sun comes up, just like in the other locations, the light really starts to reflect off of what's around. As you can see, the light is going down and under this area. And as the sun comes up, that area over there will continue to get really, really bright, and then it will darken up, just like in the other locations. And there it goes. Now, the light's coming down and under this. See how these clouds over here aren't receiving any light from the sun whatsoever? See how the blue sky is blocking the sun? Yeah, blue sky doesn't do that. And it's round. That doesn't mean it's a simulator, and it surely doesn't mean there's lenses. What it does mean is there's bodies out there that are still blocking the light. Alright, next location. Again, the sun comes up just off screen, but to the right this time. We saw the left, now we're going to look at the right. As you can see, the light spreads out really, really bright and wide. And we got something up here as well. But look at that light, how bright it gets, and how it's spreading out all down along the bottom here. It's because there's something blocking the light, not allowing the light to spread out through the sky as we would normally see it. And as you can see, these clouds over in this area will stop receiving light as soon as the sun comes up and gets high enough. As you can see, this is blocking the light. There's the sun. Everything in the sky now should be illuminated, except that these clouds coming over here are falling into this darker shaded area of the sky where the sun is no longer reaching. See how dark it is back there? Look how dark. You see how the clouds are falling into this shadowed area over here now? It's because there's something big and round blocking all that light. See that? See how the cloud right there just loses its light? See that? Next location. Look how dark it is over there. That's not normal. And it has nothing to do with fluffy clouds or anything stupid like that. Now, as we can see, the sun's coming down over here and reflecting off of all of this. And you can see, I mean, look at the water. Look at the reflection in the water. The sun's light is reflecting off of something else. Clouds don't do that. And here's the sun coming down here in this little area over here, reflecting quite a bit off of everything across. Look at that. Sunlight don't do that. It spreads out evenly, doesn't reflect off the sky. And here we have another sunset with the pinch. You can see how everything behind the clouds, well, we could see, but look at how it's going sideways. This is very interesting. Then you'll see the sunlight round over to here. And round again off of what it's reflecting off of. See how the light's coming out from behind the object? There goes the sun. Light's still reflecting very, very much off what's in the sky. Because honestly, if there was nothing else up there, it wouldn't be reflecting so much and blocking so much light. See, here we go again. Blocking the light. See that? That's a pinch as the sun comes down. See how this area is not receiving any light? None. Now, as the sun gets low enough, this area over here will start seeing the light, but that's only because the sun has come down below the point of what it's trying to go around. Now, see, here we go. Now, as you can see, here again, blocking the light. 1, 2. See how none of this is really illuminated? It's even getting darker. Oh, now the sun's below everything. See how everything lit up? See, it wouldn't do that if there wasn't anything there. It would always be lit up until the sun was gone. And look at that. See how it's blocking the light? Coming up and around the bottom there. Now the sun's shining between the clouds and the planet, reflecting off the planet still. Well, I hope this was helpful. Again, it's my interpretation. Everyone have a good evening and take care.